under some pressure and pick up some points in this USL Pro League division. This is Blakely. Goes back to his captain. They were looking for Donatelli, and Donatelli was that player who had that early chance. Headed up into the air, and he looks to go forward. Gets it forward to his central midfield position. As we watch, this is Bandu battling with Blakely, but Blakely gets it on the inside to Smith. Smith turns and tries to roll it. Blakely gets it across to Burton, who has a shot on goal and hits the post. FIFA law change, Mark. You're allowed now to name 12 substitutes instead of the 7 that was previously allowed. So it's also going to have implications. Ball forward. Jeremy gets it down for Blakely. Blakely, who's played well as well, gets it under control. Phoenix shows for it, but it's with Blakely. Blakely gets it out to Kerwan. Kerwan, who's just looking to take it in stride and looking to just flick it past the Charleston Battery defender. As we watch, here is Blakely. Gets it back to Akeem Thomas. Thomas gets it forward easily by Marvin James. Was on target, but was a weak effort. This is Blakely for the Barracuda FC. Giving it to Mitchum in his stride. Tries to set up Alexander. The shot is blocked. This is Blakely trying to come forward. He then chips in. This is Griffith finding Blakely, who finds himself in a lot of space on that right-hand side. Uses the space, cuts back on the inside. Walco and Katic in defense. Tries to release Leon down that left-hand side, but Blakely is there for the Antigua Barracuda FC. He has missed the penalty, but he has made his contribution. Here is again Blakely.
In the Antigua goal, and forward it comes. Headed out by Luke Blakely. I'm trying to find Skeppel again on the inside, but nicely intercepted by the Charlton defense. Blakely, sliding tackle. This time still with the ball is Blakely. Well done. And what will Blakely? Well done. That's a good ball there. Diagonal ball across to, and on the inside, Blakely trying to get a shot off. Does he? Still on his Burton. Burton is still going with it and has a go to Allen. No, that is saved easily but cleared by Aldred. Aldred finds Thomas. Thomas on the inside again to Luke Blakely, who finds good turn. They have had their chances, but they've yet to trouble the scoreboard. Good header there by Blakely. Failed, and the ball back into touch for a good work there by Luke Blakely. And we'll get the official time, but just about 10 minutes gone in the second half. Chip forward. Byers look into Luke Blakely, though. Turns forward to Thomas. Thomas with some room. And there's Pyle again is on the right-hand side. Inside to Blakely. Blakely squarer still. Luke Blakely now. Chips it wide to Tommy Smith. Inside is Burton. Finds Blakely. Blakely goes wide to
Mitchell Milano takes control of the ball, searching for options. Gives it to Luke Blakely. Crosses it over. Quentin Griffin takes the ball, puts it down. The Antiguan players are here sitting back. Owen. This was just by Luke Blakely. Luke Blakely making a few passes to Hazley Pyle. Pyle to Mitchum. Luke Blakely spreads it to
Dusky.
And here we have Richmond. Ball into the 18-yard box, but Blakely cuts it out. And he was a bit animated at some of the results. You would be. No one likes to lose. And the Barracudas here controlling the ball. Blakely gives it to Hazley Pyle. Pyle back to Luke Blakely. Blakely looking at his options. Ranger Christian. Hazley Pyle gets it. Back to Blakely. And Blakely sends it back to Dublin. And the midfield looking at his options, gives it to Blakely. Blakely makes a pass out wide to Griffin. Controls the ball, sends it to Pyle. Pyle gives it to Blakely. Blakely weighing his options. Gives it back to Thomas. Thomas controlling, giving it back to Blakely. Blakely sends it forward for a long ball. Skeppel making a run here. Movement here by the Barracudas. Ball back to Blakely. Blakely sends it over to Dublin. Dublin controls. Dublin passes to Burton. Burton in a little battle there, but he recovers well. Burton passes to Blakely. Blakely controls. Sends it to the right-hand side to Pyle. Richmond seem to be doing more of the sitting back now here in the second half. Now the Barracudas have upped the pressure. Number 5, Ryan Hines. Sasha gets it back, gives it to DeSantis. DeSantis loses it. Blakely with a tackle there and a run here from Skeppel. And Skeppel gets it through ball. 1-on-1 with the keeper. What will he do? Fires a shot. To Thomas. Thomas gives it to Blakely. Blakely turns, diagonal ball to Quentin Griffin. Long throw here for Randy Christian. As Randy Christian throws in the long throw. Headed out by the Richmond kickers. Luke Blakely controls. Hits it forward and a push. Oh, and a...
Which is in this year's competition, as this ball is played out on the left side. The first opportunity for as it's with the Charlotte Eagles. They look to go forward. This ball is played in defense now by the Antigua Barracuda FC as Blakely plays it forward. Cleared by Charlotte Eagles, but it's with Blakely. Blakely again goes diagonal, looks to find a player now. Yeah, but the raids continue. Here is the ball, just a little flick, and he's just trying again to get past Blakely. Have most of the possession inside the half of the Charlotte Eagles. We're into the 20th minute of play. So this one finds his defensive player. Then he puts it long.
One of these attackers decided to change that.
Allred has the ball for the Antigua Barracuda FC. Sets Kebo Alexander on the way. He cuts back, then comes out to Luke Blakely. Blakely with Allred playing a 1-2. Now comes alongside it. Free kick opportunity for the Antigua Barracuda FC. They lead by 3-1. So we're now down to on the 14 minutes left in this match. Blakely chips it in with his right foot, headed down by standing at the fourth official's bench for Antigua Barracuda FC as Charlotte Eagle builds this attack, and Blakely, who has had a lot of work to do, who is really going to be the penalty taker, because that penalty looked horrible from Stephen Smith. He just hit it straight over the top of the crossbar. Taken quickly now by the Charlotte Eagles. Thornton turn.